Hi everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're doing an intermediate yoga block class. So make sure you grab yourself a yoga block. You can do the class without a yoga block, just no equipment. You're more than welcome, it's possible. So yes, just grab your yoga block and let's get to it. Meet me on your all fours position. So make sure your hands are under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. From here, tuck your belly button in. So we don't want a hanging arch. We want your belly button to be tucked in. And then inhale, push your shoulders up to the ceiling, your shoulders away from your hands. And exhale, sink through your shoulder blades. Inhale, pushing through your hands towards the ceiling. And exhale, slightly lift your chin as you sink through the shoulder blades. Not in the lower back, but in your shoulder joint. And exhale. Beautiful. Focus here that your shoulders doesn't come up to your ears, but they're still away from your ears. Inhale, a big nice stretch between the shoulder blades. And exhale. Squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the elbows straight throughout the movement. Your elbows never bend. Beautiful, just warming up, get some nice shoulder mobility in this movement. For 6, inhale and exhale. We have 3 left in this position. Focus on keeping your core engaged. Never let your belly sink to the floor and squeezing through the shoulder blade. Last one, and sink through that shoulder blade. Beautiful, and meet me back in neutral. From here, we're taking your left hand, rotate up to the ceiling, and then we're bringing it down, placing your body weight onto that shoulder for a nice shoulder flex. Opening up our thoracic spine, getting a nice shoulder stretch, and then our chest stretch, and then into a shoulder stretch. Beautiful, so into a nice chest stretch, and then into a shoulder stretch. Inhale as you push yourself away from the mat, squeezing that shoulder blades together. Nice and steady through the movement. We have 5. Keep your core engaged as we move through the movement, squeezing the shoulder blades together and then into that stretch. Make sure you're following your hand with your head. Meet me for 3 more. Last one. And place your hand next to the other one. Let's switch to the other side. Inhale up to the ceiling and exhale down into that stretch. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, stretching the chest, and then place your body weight on your shoulder, stretching the shoulder blade. Following your hand with your head throughout the movement, keeping your core engaged. Beautiful. We have 2 left. Push your shoulder away from the mat in that rotation. Last one. Good job. Well done. Meet me on your tummy. Okay, make sure you still bring your belly button into your spine. And then we're going to place the block with straight arms in front of our head. Keep your feet on the floor. We're not going to lift the feet up with this movement. Just keep the feet stationary on the floor. Head down so that our spine is straight. From here, inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift from your shoulder blades up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Really try and focus, keeping that feet flat on the floor. Only lifting from our upper body, squeezing that shoulder blades together. Keeping your head down, don't look up, keep your head down. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. At any point, if this is too difficult, you can always just place your hands next to your side and lift with your hands next to your side in this manner. We have free lift. Two more. Beautiful. With this last one, meet me in the lift. From here, bring the block in under your chest, pop it back out and lowering down. Make sure you're not lifting that feet up. I can feel I'm almost guilty to that. And keep going. Inhale and exhale. Lifting from the shoulder blades and squeeze into the shoulder blades as you draw the blow under the chest. We have 5 left in this position. Lifting from your shoulder blades, squeezing your shoulder blades together. 2 left. Last one. Meet me in that extension, and then we're popping the block behind our back to the front. Only switching behind the back. So when you get to the front, don't pass the block through to the other hand. We're only passing the block through behind our backs. Beautiful. Make sure you're squeezing that shoulder blades together. Head slightly down, so you don't want to look up. Head slightly down. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Beautiful. And lift from that shoulder blades up in the chest. Meet me for 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. From here, just place your block in the high position. Come onto your knees. Place your hands on the block and let's stretch it out. Well done. I hope your back and your shoulder blades are a bit on fire now. Mine is definitely. Just hold the stretch for 2 more seconds. Sink into your shoulder blades. Last one. Well done. From here, you can place the block under your right knee. Still making sure your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. You will find as your one knee is elevated that the other one is dropped in the hips now. So bring that one up so that the hips are still level. So you don't want the hips to drop, you want the hips to be level. And we don't want to sink in through the back. Bring that belly button in to the spine. From here, squeeze your glutes. And we're just going to go into glute kicks. Beautiful. Kicking from the glute, trying to touch the ceiling with your foot. So I don't want to see a straight leg. Bend that leg and keep up to the ceiling. Really focus here on keeping your core engaged. So you don't want your lower back to arch as you go through the movement. You really want your lower back to stay flat by engaging your core and kicking from your glutes. And you also don't want to rotate your hips. So you don't want that to happen. Keep your hips down to the floor. Only move your range of motion the glute provides. Beautiful. We have 2 left. Then we're going to add a movement. For the next one, meet me in your glute kick. From here, we're going to extend the leg, bend the leg, and lower down. Extend and bend, lower down. Beautiful. Still keeping all the factors intact. So don't arch the back, don't rotate the hips, and only move through the range of motion the glute provides. Beautiful. Breathe through the movements. Kick from your glute. We have 3 left. Keeping your hips level. 2 left. For the last one, meet me in your glute kick. And we're not going to lower the leg this time. We're just going to go with that flexion and extension movement. Keeping your leg as high as possible without dropping your knee, but don't arch in the lower back. Keep your core engaged. Beautiful. For this last one, end with an extension and tuck your toe in. From where we're going to push up into a knee, pike plank, lower down, and then into a straight leg kick. Into your pike plank, and then into your straight leg glute kick. Beautiful. Focus to keep your movement separate and bringing your core to your spine. Really drive your knee up to your chest and kick from your glute, not from your lower back. We have one left, and let's just go with straight 10 glute kicks. Only staying in that glute kick. 3. Kicking from the glute, keeping your core engaged, not arching the lower back. We have 3 left over here. Beautiful. In 2, you're going to tuck your toe in, drive your knee up to your chest, and into a plank glute kick. Don't let that leg lower down now. Keep your shoulders above your hands, working from your core here, and then kicking from your glute, not from your lower back muscles. Beautiful. We have 4 left in this position. 2 left. And last one. Tuck your toe in and go into downward dog. Well done. Good job. If you want, grab a quick sip of water. Otherwise, meet me with the block on the other side, and then we can continue with the other leg. Same story. We're doing everything now on the other side. So make sure your knee is on that block. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck your belly button into your spine, and then keep your hips level. So don't let them drop, keep them level. From here, flex your foot, and then we're just going to drive into a donkey kick. Keeping your core engaged, and we're not arching the lower back. We're just working for the glute range of motion. In 2, we're going to start adding that extension. So meet me at the top, and then we're going to extend the knee, flex the knee, and bring it down. Still keeping your core engaged. And every time when you extend and flex your knee, make sure your knee doesn't drop to the floor. Try and keep it as high as possible without arching the lower back. Keep your hips level and steady. Engage your core. For this last one, meet me in the extension and flexion. We're not lowering the knee now. We're just going to head over to that flexion and extension for 10 reps. Keeping your core engaged and your hips level. We have 5 left. Beautiful. Make sure you're working from that glute, not from the lower back muscles. Meet you for 3 more. And then in 2, we're going to drop the foot down to the floor and extend your leg. Drop it down to the floor. And then we're going to pop into that knee pike plank. Place it down. And then with a straight leg up into a glute kick. Into your pike plank. And then with a straight leg up into that glute kick. Beautiful. Keep your core engaged throughout this movement. We don't want to overextend into the lower back. We only want to work in the glutes. We have 5 left in this position. Every time you get to the back onto your knee, make sure your shoulder blades are back and down and your core is engaged. We have 3 left in this position. And then we're just going to head over for 10 straight glute kicks. Into. Last one. And now just 10 straight glute kicks. Really keeping the tension on that glute without arching into the lower back, keeping your core engaged. Beautiful. I hope your booty is burning by now. We have 4 left over here. Then we're going to tuck the toe in. Last one. Let's tuck that toe in. Bring the other knee up to your chest. And then into a plank glute kick. Beautiful. Keeping the shoulder blades off the shoulders, above the hands. And the body as steady as possible as we move that knee into a knee drive, up into a glute kick. Really kicking from the glute and not from the lower back. We have 3 left here. Last 2. And last one. Beautiful. Tuck your toe in and go down into a downward dog. Good job. Well done. If you want, you're more than welcome to quickly grab a glass of water, sip of water, and then meet me on your back. From here, we're going to place the block under our right foot. On your back, make sure your bum is nice and close to the block so you can easily touch your feet or your heels with your fingertips. From here, bring your left leg up, straight above your hips, and let your lower back sink into the floor. Really zip up your belly button to your spine. We're going to inhale, point the toe down to the floor, keeping the lower back against the mat. Exhale. Oh, I have it wrong. My apologies. Okay. Inhale, flex the foot, lowering towards the floor, and then exhale, point back up. There we go. Inhale, keeping the lower back against the floor as you go through the movement. The aim here is the lower the foot gets to the floor, the more difficult it is to keep the lower back against the mat. And your aim is to make sure that lower back sticks to that floor with everything in you. You don't want to lift the lower back up and also not bulging the tummy. So sink in to the floor to your spine. You making use of your bikini line muscles. Good job. You have 1 left. Meet me at the top. Place your hands behind your head. From here, inhale, lower down. And as you exhale, lift your chest into the crunch with your leg lift. As you lower down, inhale. And as you come up into that exhale, really focus when you're lowering down that with your leg and with your chest, that your lower back doesn't flare up, but you keep your core engaged and your lower back is synced into the floor. Sorry, concentrating on demonstrating and exercising here. Good job. We have 3 left. Exhale into that crunch. Inhale for the return. Last one. Now only lower the chest, keep the leg up, and only bring the chest back up. Exhale up, inhale, return, keeping your lower back fixed against the floor as you move through this movement. Beautiful. We have 5 left. Sink with your lower back into the floor. Exhale, lifting from your shoulder blades, not from your neck muscles. Beautiful. Meet me for 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Lowering down, place your foot next to the other one, and then face your hands up to the ceiling. From here, We're going to inhale, hollow back. Exhale, press your lower back into the floor, zip up your core to your spine, and then rolling up through your spine into that bridge. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rolling down vertebra for vertebra until your lower back touches and then your butt. Inhale, hollow back. Exhale, rolling up into that bridge. Squeeze your bum up all the way to the ceiling. Really focus on squeezing the core, then the bum, and powering with the bum up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Inhale, hollow back. Exhale, engage. Press your heels into the floor, into the block. And then when we roll down, one vertebra at a time, lower back, and then your butt. Beautiful. Inhale, hollow back. Exhale, engage as we roll up through the movement. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rolling through. We have 2 left, and then we're going to add a tabletop with the left leg. Last one, meet me at the top. Bring your left leg up to tabletop. Place it down completely and roll down. Good job. So the aim here is when we get to the top and moving that leg to tabletop, that we keep the hips steady and still. So we don't want any shift in the hips as we bring this leg up to tabletop. If you feel any strain in your lower back, reset your form completely and then join in again. We don't want any strain in the lower back. I only want your core, your glutes, and your hamstrings to be on fire. Inhale, hollow back. Exhale, engage. As we roll up, keep everything steady as we move into that tabletop and rolling down one vertebra at a time. Relax the shoulders and place your weight in your heels. We have 2 left in this movement. For the last one, meet me in tabletop. And now we're not going to lower the leg from this position. We're going to lower the hips down and pop it back up. Beautiful. Focus in not bringing your knee up to your chest. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate what not to do. So you don't want to do this. Okay, keep your knee above your hips and push your heel into that block, bringing yourself up into your pelvic bridge. Keeping your core engaged and your hips level, really working that left glute at this stage. We have 4 left in this movement. Beautiful. Focus on still engaging your core first, and then we lift. We have 2 left. For this last one, meet me at the top. Keep your hips steady as we drop the foot down to the floor and back to tabletop. Beautiful. Focus on core engagement and glute activation. Keeping your bum up and your hips steady for 5. Inhale as you lower the leg. Exhale as you bring it back up for 3. Good job. We have 2 left here. Meet me in tabletop, and we're going to pulse the hips to the ceiling to finish off for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Grab those legs, give yourself a hug, rock side to side. I hope your glutes are on fire. Mine is completely on fire. Good job. Quickly place your block next to you, hands out, feet apart, and then we're just going to drop the knees to the floor and then to the other side. Let's just do 4 to 5 of these movements, just to relax those hips and those glutes before we switch to the other side. Beautiful. We have 2 left. Last one. Good job. From here, let's bring the block in under our left foot. Straight your right leg up to the ceiling. Engage your core, so let your lower back sink into the floor. Bring your belly button and your bikini muscles in, engage them. From here, flex your foot, inhale down to the floor, exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, as you lower, really focus on that engagement in your lower abs. Relax your shoulders, working only in your TA muscle here. Beautiful. Inhale as you lower down, exhale as we bring the leg back up. And really sink your belly button into your spine. So you don't want to do that, you don't want to bulge. You want to sink it in. So keep that engagement. Beautiful. We have 3 left in this movement. Start placing your hands behind your head. 1 left. And then as you bring that leg up, exhale into that crunch. Inhale, lower the leg with the chest. Exhale into that crunch. Beautiful. Focus on keeping your lower back against the floor when you lower your chest as well as your leg. And exhale into that crunch. Inhale, lower, and exhale. Beautiful. Bringing your chest up from your shoulder blades, not from your neck muscles. We have 3 left in this position. Last one, keep your leg up, only lower down in your chest, and bring your chest back up into that crunch. Inhale, lower, exhale, crunch. Sink your lower back into the floor, sinking your belly button down to your spine. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale as you lower. Meet me for 3 more. Beautiful. Last one. We have 1 left. Exhale as you crunch and bring your leg back down next to the other one. Beautiful. Place your hands up to the ceiling. Inhale, hollow back. Exhale, activate your core, squeeze your bum and roll up through your spine. Inhale at the top, exhale, 1 vertebra either down, lower back and then your butt. Inhale, hollow back, exhale, activate, rolling up through the spine. Inhale at the top, exhale, rolling down through the spine. Beautiful. Working your bum all the way up to the ceiling. Squeeze your bum, press your heels into the floor and into the block, keeping your core engaged. We have 4 left in this movement. Focus on your inhale, hollow back. Exhale, core engagement, rolling up through the spine, squeezing the bum up to the ceiling. Pressing your heels into the floor and shifting your lower body weight to your feet, not in your shoulders. For this last one, meet me at the top. Bring your right leg into tabletop, lowering it down and rolling it down completely. Engage as we roll up, squeeze the bum, keep your hips steady as we bring that knee up into tabletop and rolling down. Beautiful. Focus on keeping your core, your hips, as steady as possible when we lift that leg to tabletop. We don't want them to shift around. We have 5 left. Inhale when you bring the leg up. Exhale as you roll back down to the floor. Inhale, hollow back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down. We have 3 left in this movement. And then you're going to meet me with your right leg in tabletop. In 2. Last one, meet me with your leg in tabletop. And now we're just going to lower the hips down to the floor and back up. Beautiful. Focus on keeping your knee above your hip, and you don't want to swing your knee towards your chest to help momentum lifting yourself up. Press your left leg, your left heel into that block as you go up into that single leg bridge. Keeping your hips level and steady. If you feel any pain in your lower back, reset your movement, reset your form, and join in again. Meet me in 2 at the top. Last one, meet me at the top. Keep your hips steady as we drop the foot down to the floor and back to tabletop. Inhale as we drop the foot to the floor. Exhale, bringing it back to tabletop. Keeping that hips level, don't let the hips drop. Don't let them sink to the floor. Rotate, keep them as steady as possible. We are free here. Beautiful. I hope your body's joining mine in burning. Last one, meet me in tabletop, and we're pulsing it up to the ceiling to finish it off for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hug that knees into the chest and just rock side to side. Oh, my hamstrings and my glutes are on fire now. I certainly hope yours are as well. Yeah. Okay, we have one more core series to finish this off, and then you are all done for the day. Perfect. So grab that block. Okay, engage your core. So sink your belly button into the floor, engaging your triangle muscles, your bikini line muscles. Place the block above your chest. Bring your feet to tabletop. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift into that crunch, leaving the block on your shins and down. Beautiful. Exhale, grab. Inhale, down. Exhale, place. Inhale, down. Rolling up from your shoulder blades, slightly tucking your chin in to your chest. Make sure your knees doesn't come closer to your chest, but your chest goes closer to your knees. So you want to keep your knees above your hips. And at all times, you want to keep your lower back fixed against the floor and your belly button synced to your spine so that your core is engaged. Beautiful. We have one left. Lift the block and place your hands next to your side. From here, inhale, extending your legs, don't let that block move. Exhale, bring it back in. Beautiful. Inhale, extend. That block is not allowed to move from your shins, and really sink into these core muscles. Lifting your chest off the floor as high as you possibly can. Don't bulge your tummy, so don't let that happen. Sink it in as we move through this movement. Beautiful. We have 5 left. Inhale and exhale. Tuck your chin into your chest if your neck muscles are starting to cramp. My toe is starting to cramp on the other hand. Beautiful. My toe is really cramping now. We have 2 left. Last one. And then as you come up, grab the block, extend the legs and the chest down to the floor and up into that crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, up into that crunch. Beautiful. After this movement, you are done. I know your core is burning. Mine is as well. That's okay. It's only temporarily. Beautiful. We have 4 left. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift that shoulder blades. Beautiful. Lift that shoulder blades. Last one. Join me in for this last one and relax. My core is on fire. Well done, guys. You survived. You made it. Let's just cool down. So from here, take the block, place it behind your shoulder blades, almost where your bra strap is. Okay, if you're a guy and you're doing this workout, imagine where your bra strap should have been. And then just lowering down with your chest. Still engaging the core to protect the lower back, but just lowering down, opening up your shoulders, lowering your elbows down to the floor, sinking into that stretch. This should feel very rewarding right now. Beautiful. From here, extend your arms. Inhale and exhale. Relax into that stretch. You can just place the blocks next to you. Grab your hands behind your thigh and bring up into a straight hamstring stretch. Bend your knee, take your opposite hand and pull it across to the other side while keeping both shoulders on the floor. As you roll back, grab your foot with your thigh and then pull your thigh closer to your chest to stretch that glute muscle.